What is sociolinguistic competence? The first definition is given by Misne. He says that sociolinguistic competence is the ability to produce utterances appropriate to the social situation in which they are spoken. Brown defined sociolinguistic competence as the learner's knowledge of the sociocultural rules of language and discourse. In other words, sociolinguistic competence is knowing how to use and respond to language appropriately, given the setting, the topic, and the relationships among the people communicating. Sociolinguistic competence has been an integral part of communicative competence in that it includes learning pragmatic and sociolinguistic knowledge about how to use language linguistically and socially appropriately. However, a number of studies highlight the lack of such communicative skills among EFL learners, regardless of their proficiency level or of linguistic knowledge. With that said, even first English first language speakers don't necessarily have the sociolinguistic competence skills regardless their knowledge of the language. Sociolinguistic competence is evident in many aspects of language like phonology, grammar, lexical, and pragmatics. Features of sociolinguistic competence. The first one is dialect. Dialect is a regional or social differences in the language. The second one is register. Register is considering the audience and social context of that audience. The third one is naturalist. That is staying in the bounds of what is common usage of language. And the last one is cultural aspect. That is adhering to cultural expectation when using the language, including figures of speech, proper time and place. Here we have three strategies to improve sociolinguistic competence. The first teaching strategy is making pragmatic features explicit. Teachers can help the students to develop their sociolinguistic competence by being explicit in regards to what is expected from them. This not only implies using specific instructions, but also checking what the student comprehends. If the student comprehends the meaning of the written language around the classroom and school, we can ask as teachers, what does the exit sign mean? This way, the student learns to pay attention to the meaning of messages and think through the most appropriate response they should give. So the second one is promoting oral and written discourse. Here, the teachers can create activities that relate to specific contexts. The student can encounter in the real life situations that can be advantage in giving them the practice. For example, we as teachers can use real life situations like learning restaurant vocabulary and expressions. The teacher can assign students the tasks to role play, the job as a waiter or as a consumer. This way, the student can enact how a real situation will develop in a real restaurant, like a job interview and some job related the role play. And for other example of oral and writing activities that promote sociolinguistic competence is sharing personal experiences. This is very good since they learn socially and they can read and discuss the messages in dialogues and analyze the idiomatic expressions in their meaning. These are real life situations that can help the students to learn the oral and written discourse. The last one is raising social and cultural awareness. The English learners need to be able to interpret common cultural gestures and social features of the environment that surrounds them. The teachers can give the class an article about American culture. Students learn how the students can learn about the country they live in and the people. The learners can gain awareness of social and cultural features and understand why certain situations occur. These are my references. Thank you for your time.